All right, what up? What up? Good morning. I guess watermelon sugar high is is a good narrative of what's happening here, considering that the trillions and trillions and trillions in debt that the government's gonna have to pay back at some point. It's gonna be hard to do at these rates. And Powell couldn't cut because he's got to stay the course for inflation. So it's probably a next few year story, not today to talk about, but at some point deficits will matter, or it's just a number and we just live our lives and we just control our expenses. We live within our means. We have a good time. We prepare for the day and we don't care what goes on all over the world or in Washington. It could just upset us a little bit. Anyway, the Fed is done. We have a lot of earnings today. Jobs report tomorrow. So let me just real quickly say hello to some of my dogs around the world. What up, Bobby? What up, Joey? Yeah, NVIDIA gave you 3 different spots to measure, and it cleared all 3 of those. Very tradable. Hopefully, some of you guys made some money there. I will say AMD was a pain in the ass. I made good money in my options for earnings, and then I bought a dip, and the dip didn't stop going down, and I was like, "What the sugar honey iced tea?" It happens. Anyway, what up, Tony? What up, Cobblestone from Brooklyn? We got Glenn from Nebraska. We got the option wrap. We got Buell from Austin. Everyone's tuning in. Hey, we got Westfield in the house. A lot of friends in Westfield. Do you know the Jesus? I can't even remember right now. Anyway, got the Gurneys. Anyway, a lot of lacrosse guys. So here we are. Spies are up about 16 handles. Europe was not feeling good this morning. I think they're waiting to see what the BOE will do. The DAX was down 1.2%. The Nikkei, or Japan didn't like that they're raising rates, so they were down 2.5%. So the question is this a bounce to be sold? And if we do sell, where do we bounce to? And you don't want to, if you short a rally too fast, you might not be able to stay with it, but you also don't want to get caught with your pants down in August, if just in case we roll back over and this is an ABC type of corrective phase for the Qs. But anyway, let's talk a little bit more micro today. So if we go to the chart of the SPYs, okay, kind of cute, right? I was talking about 547.50 for a lot of the week, got rejected on the 25th, got rejected. And then what it had to do is yesterday, pre-Fed, it had to open above it. Come on, those algos are good. Anyway, so I think most guys like me covered most of those shorts into this down move, okay, thinking that, hey, on the Fed day, it could be loose and wide and they could push the envelope everywhere, but probably weren't long enough. I have options on. I was buying some cheap Amazon options for earnings, which actually helped a lot, and a few others we'll get into. And then I talked to you guys yesterday how I was going to take a Meta call spread, so I'm not going to figure out what to do with that because we have a day and a half until expiration, and who knows if it really holds up. But anyway, the SPYs right now are up $1.66, so they're at 552.30 within this candle. Usually you get some kind of trend day the day after the Fed. But anyway, we'll see. Right now, again, right in the middle. So, it would be nice if it hung out here a few days and then took this out, but we shall see. I would think that if the bears have any power at all, they do not let the market get too much above this 556 and change, at some point. Okay, maybe it pushes above. Again, you have some really good earnings. Maybe Amazon's great tonight. Maybe Apple's okay. Maybe the jobs report's light, so the Fed could then, do what they got to do. But bottom line is, we're right within that candle, and a lot of things are mixed. Okay, but there were a lot of things to do also, but it wasn't easy. The IWM yesterday, which was my focus, how to get loose and wide. What a friggin' pain in the ass. This was fantastic. Traded like a beast when we were long here. You had a nice, big move into a red dog reversal sell, into a red dog reversal buy, and it's been choppy since. To be honest, I couldn't name you 10 names that are in the IWM. I don't think many traders could name 10 names. That's why it's so flimsy, because people are trading the IWM and they're not watching the leading indicators of the stocks within the IWM. When I trade the Qs, I know the top 10 holdings. I know how to position on what's happening, when it's happening. Same thing with the SPYs. With the IWM, I'm just trading it towards the pattern. And what happened yesterday was we were buying the IWM sector. I was also in options. And then when it took out 225.39 and 226, I added to it and made good money. And then, right before Powell is going to end, Chillo and the Alpha team was like, usually we sell right away. And PS, it got back below this. So what did I do? I adjusted. Did it get above and stay above and show strength and show power and show commitment? No. So it got above and got choppy. So I got out of it, which was good because now it's a 223, and much better get out of it at 226 or 225 than 223. That's how you save money. That's how you net money. But doesn't mean it's game over. I still held the options. So what am I going to do today? So I think it would be kind of cute, cute to the fact where today IWM stays out of play a little bit. It'd be nice if it doesn't break 220.70 and holds in here. And then once people get so upset with the IWM, tomorrow we get a light jobs report, which gives the green light for the Fed because they said they're data dependent. And then tomorrow the IWM goes. But that's just like thinking out loud. So will I be buying lotto plays for tomorrow for, let's just say the 228s? Small. What I'll probably do is go out one more week and then that'll be it. No more IWM focus for me. But it's been a great trade. I kind of think the Qs are going to continue to outperform for a little bit and fill this gap. Okay, the gap gets filled up to 480. 480 is right here. This is 472. The Qs are up a bunch. This morning, where are the Qs? The Qs are up $1.74, right around yesterday's high. I think that this could fill that gap. So I'm going to tell you honestly, I've been a student of Daniel Zanger since 2000. Okay, I love the guy. He's one of the most consistent, trades pattern, trades momentum. When momentum's there, he friggin' kills it. That's how I got trained. I love momentum. I've taken Willie O'Neill style. I've gone to California to be with the IBD system. But so this pattern kind of interests me, which I did post and I gave him credit. So I'll put it here. That's 630 Club. Now, Redler Premium is my Redler Premium is right here. So he's kind of thinking that, we came in, this starts the B move into some kind of resistance into a lower low into the end of August into September, and that's when the Fed cuts rate. Could happen, might not happen. It's just he's one of the best technicians in the world out there. So basically, I'm just showing you that. So if that's the case, okay, let's see, how do I get rid of this? If that's the case, let's get rid of this. Let's go back. Hold on. I knew I didn't know how to do that. Anyway, that means there's probably more upside in the Qs, and chances are, maybe we get through, earnings season, in the next 2 days and things act okay. So that would probably say, hey, this doesn't get much higher than here if this is, the A and we're in the middle of the B bounce to head lower. But that's just kind of thinking ahead. So this way you're not like running through the forest and hit your head in a tree and buying highs and get sucked in. But we could go higher for a bit. All right. Yesterday I went, well, first of all, I did go over AMD, and AMD, that's a friggin', I was really surprised. This report wasn't just, better than feared. It was actually very strong. And the stock was at the lows literally of pretty much, maybe not the year, but since it topped out in March. So anyway, I had the 140s on. I actually bought them for 5. I sold them for 11 and 13 and get out of the way. And then as it pulled in, I went out and bought options for next week, which are not doing so well yet. And maybe today it goes red to green for a cash flow. Just AMD is crap, I guess. It's just out of favor. Anyway, what's in favor, obviously, is NVIDIA. And NVIDIA, very, very cute. Wasn't it very cute at first? I was like, this 111-ish, 113 is resistance. It kissed it for a second. So the first, I was like breaking into 5 moments. Okay, where's the first kiss? How much does it pull back? If it doesn't pull back a lot, shows relative strength, and get to the next and get to the next and give you a way to judge the power. So PS, NVIDIA not only took this out, took 113 out, took out the 50-day again and went as high as 118.34. Where's NVIDIA right now? Well, NVIDIA is, let's see, let me get NVIDIA for you guys. NVIDIA is up $1.28. This, by the way, was at 221 last night, and there's a gap to fill up to about 222. So there could be some more room in NVIDIA, but then that's where the bears have to come in and say, hey, we're rejecting price. You have 140 is a high, 136 is a high, 124, so maybe this will be a lower high if, they want to continue to reject price and not just be off to the races. But anyway, yes, it's just kind of crazy how they did this. Like they had to close it on the dead lows and then gap it up above it and trap all the leftover shorts. I don't think many people were short. I just don't know how many people were buying into that besides some guys buying the 110 calls into the weakness because risk was premium paid into AMD. But anyway, probably smart, Bobby. Also, somebody said something smart because people don't realize it. Like AMD is trading like at 118, and then I mean not AMD, Nvidia, and AMD is like up here 144. And at this point, because it's post split and people forget, they'll just trade Nvidia better anyway. And you know what else traded pretty well? Avago. Wow, what a move! Avago not only took back this bear flag. So if you took this to the downside, you got your absolutely your clock cleaned. So now it took back 155, showed some power. Now we'll see if it holds above it. All right, but let's get to today. ARM is down today. Anyway, so I did take a meta call spread. Okay. I told you guys I was doing it yesterday. Congratulations, Red Dog. I'm not counting my money yet. What did I take? I did take, I took a 480 by 510 call spread. Okay. So that means I paid about 10 to make 20. That was 2-1. Figured, hey, why can't it see at least 508, which would be the middle of the range? So fill the gap, see the middle of the range, good spot to sell some premium. Okay. So to make it the spread. But now, so Meta's sitting here at 505. Okay. In order for me to make really good money, okay, and get it maxed out, it's got to close above 510 tomorrow. Tomorrow is after Amazon, it's after Apple, it's after the jobs report. There's a lot. So I have to think, do I just take it off? And instead of making, 20 points, I'll probably make 12. So I'll make 100% of my calls and just move on. Or to be safe, what I could do is I could sell the 525 calls, which is $20 above, for like $3 naked. And then if it pulls in, I get to keep that way to make money. If it, my only risk is if it holds and the market goes nuts and it wants to get back to highs, and I'm short it at 25 or 530. So I have to figure out what to do though. What would you guys do? Anybody who's listening here? Is anyone else in what's it called? A meta call spread with me that's on here. Let's see if you guys could see yourselves. So look, if I go up here, you guys would see this. Let's see. Anyone else? Tapping, Bobby, Mike. Yeah, exactly. So obviously it's got to get above there. Take the money and run. Joe Mama says. Big D says take 12. Big D, how come you're not in this? You're on the virtual trade floor. Or what I could do is just not be so cute and just let the whole thing, let it go and say, hey, it's in the same spot it was last quarter, and it had a huge quarter, and the expenses aren't too high. What I might do is I might sell half, and then I might sell some premium above, because I'm also not going to be here later. I'm heading out to Montauk. Red Dog is going to Montauk this week, and I'm leaving today midday. So I have to figure out how to position myself with options and things away from my desk. A lot of you guys trade away from your desk. It can be done. It's not everyone trades for a living like me with 6 screens going nuts, but take 70%, leave 30%. All right, that's what I'll do. Yeah, close it. All right. So I also, by the way, I have Amazon. So Amazon, thank goodness, I held my nose and I said, hey, I'm going to revisit Amazon again, even though Amazon was a fake out up here. Wound up losing a bunch of option money. I made a lot of money in these 2 days and trading the stock, but then right there, boom, trade was over. So into here, I did buy some 195 calls, and I also bought some 202.50 calls, which again, the virtual trading floor could follow. And I bought those very well. So if you look here, Amazon is the 195s and the 202.50. So that's what I have. And Amazon just had a nice move, right? It just went from literally 180 to 187. Now it's at 190. So I got to figure out what to do there. I know he's selling the stock, at 201, but maybe it's good enough where it blasts through and there's enough volume and he can get 210. Maybe now we're at 190. It's a little easier. So I got to figure out. So what I might do is I might trim a little bit more of the 195 just because it's already a double. I bought them below 2, and I might just for the lotto, maybe, do the 202.50s, add to it because it's cheaper. So if it does blow it out and it takes out the high and hasn't taken out the high since 2001, it goes up there. So I know. Well, this is the time, Apple, by the way, I don't have FOMO in Apple. To me, Apple, we made a lot of money, into this move, and also I accumulated during this bull flag into that, and I haven't really touched it since, except for yesterday when Microsoft was down $25. Apple was down $1.50. I bought it down $1.50. I came in yesterday, it was up $1. That's what you call double dipping, and that was the first time that happened in a while. I made a lot of money there, so that was good. I'm kind of thinking, though, to be honest, that the Apple quarter is not going to be fantastic, considering I don't think anyone's really upgraded their phones in the last quarter or two because they're so damn reliable. And why would you when the AI phone is coming out or the foldable phone? So even though it could, I don't think an option play will make money, especially since we just made a move from here all the way up to there. So I kind of think that we could now, hold on, let's get this out of the way, 223.80. I think we could wait till after. And if it goes up a lot, who makes money? Chase Redler. Chase Redler has it on his investment from 120 during the pandemic. Remember when I was sitting in the car with him at the high school and you guys were watching him and he was telling him how he opened up his Robinhood account. So I'm not trading Apple. I have no FOMO there. I don't think Apple could be enough to take out 237 and do anything so special. But I think if you're an investor, this is going to have an unbelievable year next year once the market settles this stuff out. What about Lilly? Lilly corrected a lot. Lilly, like in NVIDIA, broke the 8-day, okay? And hopefully if you were an active trader right in the sequence, maybe you sold when it broke below this low here or gap below the 8-day. And now it kind of looks like it's trying to rebuild here. And it could bounce. It could get a broken bounce. It is technically broken right now. Could get up to here, just like everything else. Maybe it gets up to 824. That's the 8-day. The 8-day is now resistance. Does it get up there and fail? Or does it take it back? But I think there was some news in Lilly. Let's see, Lilly up 16, so it's at 820-ish. So I'd watch this 824. If you did buy it yesterday on the inside day, this probably would be a spot where you want to reduce a little bit. Anyway, so here we are. Apple's up another 2 actually, so it's 224. Microsoft is probably going to fill that gap, or I think Microsoft could bounce. Now, the market was in a bad mood for the Qs, when Microsoft and Google came out. They weren't bad. They just weren't, extra special spectacular. So chances are I would not be fading Microsoft. Probably tries to bounce up towards 425. Again, just like everything else. Will it get to the 8-day, and how does it deal with it? As of right now, the SPY is above the 8-day. Okay, so we'll see. Does this hold? And digest, and then start a new active sequence. If you remember back here, okay, just to show you a little example, okay, when we had this first corrective phase into April, it looked like it was a bear flag, and then it kind of held with the red dog reversal, gapped above the downtrend, and then just took off. And instead of being below the 8-day, got above it, and if you shorted this whole time, you got your ass kicked. Will this time be different? We'll see. Does 556 reject price at some point, or maybe 559? Does it now hold above this and digest and then go? How does tech react? How do the semis, hold up? ARM is lower. LRCX is lower this morning. I think WDC is lower. Does NVIDIA open up $1.50 and go red? I actually bought some SOXS after hours while I was down, just for a little cash flow Q trade. Anyway, but it's up 80 cents. I bought it down 50 cents after hours. I double dipped on that. I got rid of some already. And that's it. Again, there will be no 6:30 club tomorrow. There's no 6:30 club usually on Fridays anyway. I am actually going to be on the beach running in the Montauk. Maybe I'll do a video from Montauk on the beach. Last time I did a video on the beach was 2020. I don't know if you guys were there. Right before the pandemic hit, when my friends from China were telling me they were supposed to go to China, but their grandparents said, there's this crazy disease here called COVID. Everyone's walking around in a bubble, don't come. And that's when I was like, hey guys, my friends from China are saying this is pretty damn serious, and we technically broke. Get out, get tactical. And that was a pretty damn good call. And then we fell a lot. But anyway, you think crowd is setting up to be broken bounce. Someone said Meta, what's Meta doing right now? Hopefully Meta it's 505. What I think I'm going to do in Meta is I think I'm going to sell premium above. I think I'm going to sell the 525s if they're $3 or $4, and then let it shake out. And as far as Amazon, I will trim a little, but I'm going to hold a decent amount. I might create, a little bit more of a lotto spread. But again, Jeff might be sitting there 2 to 203, selling. So It might happen next week. I don't know. We'll see how it goes today. All right, guys. Gurney's. I will be having a cocktail at Gurney's. One for you, Tony. I actually did a pretty good cleanse. You guys will be proud of me this week. So, because I haven't been able to do push-ups or weight train because my heart surgery was 8 weeks ago, I've been able the last 4 weeks walk up a hill, jog up a hill, sweat in my sauna. You saw the sauna ice barrel videos. I did it again today. So from Monday through Wednesday, I did no carbs, no beer, no wine, no bread, and I did all liquids. I actually had green drinks literally all week. I just got my weight back down from 189 to below 180 just to feel good to go to Montauk so I'm not fat daddy on the beach. Just, we all play games with each other, but it was good to say on Sunday to myself, hey, Red Dog, you're leaving from Montauk Thursday afternoon. You haven't really been able to work out because of your heart surgery. What could we do? I'm like, you know what? No beer, no wine, no bread. And actually, how about this? No food, just a liquid cleanse Monday through Wednesday. Now, today's Thursday. I did it. So how do you build self-esteem? Okay, is by doing things that you say you're going to do. If I would have canceled out on Tuesday and didn't have the willpower or the wherewithal, I'd be like, I'm a mental midget. Don't be a mental midget. Write down things that you think you could do and do them. That's how you build mental toughness. That's how you move forward. That's how you can execute with confidence. And it could be not just in training, it could be in everything in your life. I appreciate you guys. See you later. Oh, by the way, I do have snap calls on too. That's up a little bit with Meta. I'll see where that is.